Alright, don't know how well this is going to work out, but this is something important that, well, anyone needs to know with the Duramax, especially if they make this mistake. So, I'll give you a bit of a demonstration of what the issue is. I don't know why I did this. I had no need of doing it. But I'll cover it anyway, just so everyone's known. Let me find where this is meant to go again. These holes are lined up for a certain direction. And I can't get it to fit again. So I can go two ways. There we go. So I'll put all the 4 bolts in to show you what's going on here and what is so important about this. So this is the gear that's on here drives the oil pump. Now that's not anything really important, it doesn't have to be timed. Like it's, yeah, nothing really fancy. I don't know why I took this off, it was by accident. So as you can see, this moves. And this is your timing for your crank. And this will cause so many issues if you get this wrong. It's been countless issues like that. Just a little bit of movement has caused timing issues in the States with guys having this off and having sometimes these come loose on some of the older gens like LLYs and a few of the others. So GM specifically makes dowel pins to suit this, to make this work. Now, I don't have that, so I found the next best thing. So I looked around, I didn't clean those threads properly, so I'm just going to quickly do that. But I'll tell you what I've done. So, looking around trying to find where to get these locating pins, and yeah, good luck. No one can actually give you an answer where they come from. So, what do we do in Australia? We just make do, make something work. Sorry, I was just focusing on something that was happening behind the camera and just trying to minimise noise, so as well. I ain't no professional, but I'm guessing no one wants to hear the background noise. You can obviously hear someone doing their lawn, that's for sure. A bit of over spray of the brake cleaner and everything. So, what I found worked was, should put that here, found out that the holes are almost hang on 5mm. And good luck in Australia finding 5mm gauge rod that's easy to buy. I could have ordered it in, I didn't, so I found the next best thing. Just double checking which way I did this. I just need to grab a hammer, and it will be loud this. But grab the smallest hammer, not the big fucking hammer. What I found is 5mm drill bits, and I chopped the drill bit off. The only issue I found, and I don't have it here, is a pair of verniers. These aren't exactly 5mm, I learnt out. So I bought a pack of 10 and found the best ones. These two here were the thickest, and they work. So tap these in till they bottom out. And I'm pretty sure GM make these as tapered. Mind you, I did fuck these holes a bit. So this gear goes on. As you can see, there's no more movement in it now. Well, there is a bit, but that little bit's nothing really. Yeah, that main bit's some of these, few of these holes lining up. So what do I do with the Loctite? Grab the Loctite. I don't know why it's so tight, but I'm sorry to say I focused my arm going in, but we'll make do. You never want this coming off. These are Loctites from factory and torque to about 12 Newton meters. It's fuck all. But you make do with it. I am talking quiet again, I don't know why. But yeah, just get a bit camera shy, I guess. Oh, forgot one. I will be posting this on the Duramax page so people know. This ain't just gonna, and it will be posted in my group separately, this video. This will go up actually pretty soon. Once I get this done tonight, I'll upload it. I'll do some editing of it. You can see how the focus is. Just checking the camera. Yeah, this is where it gets awkward. It's just trying to torque these up. Would be better if I had a smaller torque wrench, but take the big one. Seen some people do this on the crank to hold it, but I found this not too bad to do it this way. Once this is done, we'll put it on the crank to engage the oil pump, and then we'll start assembling the rest of the front end. We'll probably put the front cover on. I think there's 1 or 2 bits I've got to do. Oh, I've got to do the nut on the fuel pump, which will be interesting. And yeah, that's it. You just punch these out and you're in line. The good thing with these is you can't get the timing wrong. There's a pin on the crank, well mine's keyed, but generic cranks have a pin, so you can't get this wrong. Sweet. Right, now this is going to get interesting. I gotta get the balancer on. So, the standard balancers, they aren't a press fit, they slip on, and which causes, well, the balancer to spin in a lot of cases on the shaft and snap the dowel pin. So, when a lot of the people, well, let me start it over again. So a lot of the people out there, they're starting to push power. Mind you, this can happen on standard as well. When they start pushing the power, the balancer can spin. So all the standard one has a tiny dowel pin about there. As this is an aftermarket crank, it's already keyed. People do key their cranks, but it depends how far you want to go. Now, what this balance is sold for, it is an ATI, so it is better than standard and definitely improves how smooth the engine runs. A lot of guys are finding that fitting this balancer will help the issue with spinning balancers, also with, oh that's fucking sharp, sorry, with the ARP bolt as well, so it can get it tighter. Now these are an interference fit, and this is where it gets fucking interesting. You've got to get this onto there. I did buy the tool that's recommended to get this on from SoCal Diesel, so the only way now is let's give it a crack. Everything is clean, there is nothing going to get caught. Okay, so yep, it definitely will be an interference fit. Well, we got that far. So this tool comes with the ATI adapter. Oh, surprising enough, it's the same thread as a 2J. So you probably don't even need to buy the tool from SoCal themselves. You could probably buy it in Australia. Well, okay, now that doesn't even want to fit. Oh, there we go. That's average. Why doesn't it want to go in? What I should have done is put this piece in before the balancer. Oh no, that's on. It can stay there for now. Let me find a spanner that's going to set that socket just to get it in properly so we don't rip the threads out of the where's the deep sockets. Grab a deep socket. It's all I have here on the ground already. Yes, it is fucking messy around there. It's just my fault. I've just been trying to get as much done as I can today. I don't have to do much tomorrow. But alright, so if anyone wants to do this in Australia, willing to lend the puller and pusher technically to be able to install this balancer, I don't mind lending it to help people out. So if anyone needs it, let me know and I'll be able to help out. I've noticed though, that may be an issue. Huh. I wonder. Oh, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's alright. I was looking at why top dead centre was around on the edge and I thought the key might be in a different position, but it's not. I just seen the timing mark, but I completely forgot these engines had. Right, so assemble this thing. Yeah, it looks like just a generic pulley you could probably buy from Summit or most racing stores. It's designed to help get this fucking shit on, but I can just see that this ain't gonna be easy. It is designed to also be a puller for this balancer. Well, not designed, but used. So they do include this spacer. That's the only thing that you may have issue with. It has got a part number though. If anyone's interested, it's 953084. I don't know if it's ATI or not. It hasn't got ATI written on it. That might be a SoCal diesel part, but if anyone wants to buy their own kit, either SoCal or maybe piece it together with the 2J Duramax adapter from ATI and this spacer that I just read the part number out for. But I don't mind lending this to anyone at all. Like, it's just like the crank install tools that you guys would have just seen me use on the front for the seal. I don't expect people to be just buying it for a single job. I bought it because, well, I don't mind lending it and I wanted the right tool to the job. I know people have made some, but it does require a bit of work to get correct. I helped someone out with my ones to work out the step depths for it to suit. Right, let's see how far I can get this on, because I know some people have had issues struggling to get them on. Well, it's actually going on pretty easy. I am impressed. So, if anyone is aware with the Duramaxes, you sometimes have to remove the balancer to do a water pump. Now, the reason being is there's a little stud behind the balancer. GM does stupid stuff sometimes, some days, so I don't know why they've done it like that, but it appears they have. I don't know why the music stopped, but I was listening to music, but helps me not get this video muted when it ends up on YouTube with no music playing in the background. Fucking hell. Need a hydration session. Shout out to Sick Puppy 4x4 if anyone sees it from them. Do love me a good hydration session. This reminds me of the LS balancers. When I did work on one of the LS from one of my old cars, I actually belt the balancer on with a hammer. You're not meant to do that, but that engine never failed, surprisingly. And that's done. Now the exciting part is fighting with the fucking... Alright, sorry guys, I'm swearing. Just used to it. That's what happens when you work in rail for a bit. Now I've got to fight with the ARP bolt down here. Now these are tight, and I'm pretty sure they're somewhat tighter than the flex plate bolts. So this will be interesting. But like I said guys, if anyone needs any specific tooling for these engines, just let me know. I honestly don't mind helping people out where needed, because some of this stuff coming out of the States, yes it is quick. I have had people say, why did you go Duramax? All this, you can't get parts readily in Australia. Well, that's not true. There are a few companies now that are stocking parts. Like I bought my head gaskets from one off of eBay. I can't remember the name. It might be Eagle Auto or something, but they were sitting right there. And these head gaskets that I bought are actually one of the hardest head gaskets to get for these engines, which is a grade A. They're the thinnest style. Main reason is because not many people use them and not many people keep them on the shelf. So just It's one of those seeds that was hard to get, but I got it within a few days. And a lot of the people in the US are actually willing to help. If you need something desperately, they will get it to you as soon as possible. So, say Aaron does, oh, out in the middle of the bush, this common rail engine, like if you ruin an injector or that, you're screwed, you have to get a tow truck. Well, no. I probably just added 2 days to my trip. I can get a fuel injector probably within 2 days from the company that supplied mine, and they'll happily do that for anyone. A lot of these companies want to get into Australia to help sell because they know the Silverados are coming here, so it's not that hard to get parts for these engines. It's pretty easy and pretty quick. Even generic shipping is almost quicker than Australia Post. Like some seals that I ordered, I got them here within 4 days compared to probably buy them from the East Coast, and it'd take 7 days probably. So I do find it funny that it's quicker to get something out the States than it is in Australia. But anyway, crack on. That's the balancer and everything installed. I'll get this bolt tightened up. Not going to bore you with doing that, but I'll get it in and you'll see it in the time lapse. Right, so all the studs are in. An absolute pain in the ass that is. So I put the 625 custom AGE studs in this fucking engine. Reason being, just to get the high clamping force, as we didn't O-ring the block. There is no need to O-ring the block at this power level anyway. It's just better insurance paying extra for these ones. Well, it was more fucking pain in the ass putting the studs in and pulling them out of these things. But yeah, so a bit of an important thing. I know you can't see what I'm doing at the moment, but I'll talk about it in the background while I open it. So just putting the head gaskets on before putting the heads on, because that's normally where the head gasket goes. Once I get it open, these head gaskets, you have to make sure you put it the right way around. Just finding it. So, there's been cases in the States where people have put their head gaskets on the wrong way, and it ends up blocking some oil galleries, majorly blocking them. And yeah, you end up turfing an engine. So, this is the correct way. And on the left side, it's the grade ID to the front of the engine. Right side, it's grade ID to the rear of the engine. There is a marker here, wherever it's gone. It's right in the corner here, but they're sometimes an absolute pain to see, and they sometimes do rub off in packaging. These are grade A's. If anyone is going to change their head gaskets, I did cover how to do piston protrusion different ways, but if you're just changing the head gaskets because you need to, and that's not sitting right, that's right. This here dictates the grade of the head gasket, what's happened to the engine, what's it like from factory. This is covered in a bunch of manuals. If you just Google Duramax head gasket grade, it will give you a diagram of where this dot ends up or how these slots are done to tell you what grade it is, so then you know what head gasket to buy if you're just changing the head gasket on your engine. If you're decking the block and all that, then you need to work out piston protrusion, valve depth, and then it just, yeah, there's a lot else to do. But other than that, we'll get the heads on, and that will be it for tonight. It is getting late now, and we'll continue tomorrow. I just want to get the heads on and torque down just to seal up the engine and to look after it. But one other thing is, if you are doing anything, if you have to change head gaskets on these, say you've done a head gasket and you are leaking coolant, you have to make sure this surface is perfectly flat, no pitting or anything, otherwise you'll have another issue. This is just discoloured from the way it is, but this section isn't sealing. Everything under, as you can see here, is pretty shiny. Might be poor light, but yeah. Other than that, we'll get the heads on and torque them down, and then clean up a bit, and that'll be it, and we'll continue tomorrow.